Welcome to Michelle's on a Mission, a podcast all about helping you become your best version. We'll discuss personal development, education, self-love, self-care, and more.
It's honest. It's informative. It's helped me grow as a person.
The mission is greatness. The journey starts here. And now here's your host, Michelle.
Hey. How's everybody doing out there today? Thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Michelle's on a Mission. I wasn't going to talk about this at first, but now I just feel like I have to. Some of you know this, some of you may not, but I am the mother of a 26-year-old African-American son. He'll be 27 in July. And I can remember when he was fresh out of high school, him getting stopped by the police because of a tail light that was out. And he said to me that when the police stopped him, that other police officers came, and there were about 8 of them in all. And he talked about how scared he was, how frightened that he thought something might happen just because there were so many of them. And it was just a simple traffic stop because one of the tail lights was out. Y'all, the way things are going nowadays, I'm just asking you, please don't stand around and record and watch my son become another hashtag if he's ever in a situation like this. Like, it just baffles me that people are recording. And what are you recording for? Are you recording for evidence, or are you recording for views and likes? I just don't really understand it. I mean, I'm glad that we have the evidence so people can see what really happened. But if I'm standing there and I see someone that the life is literally being choked out of them or it's seeping out of them, why would I just stand there and do nothing? Yeah, it baffles me. I'm really trying to understand how that death doesn't fall on the hands of everybody that was in that vicinity, everybody that didn't try to stop, everybody that just stood there and watched as this man begged and pleaded for his life. It bothers me as a black mother to know that at any given moment, that could be my son, that could be my nephews, that could be my male cousins, that could be my father, that could be my husband. Like, it could be anybody in our families, and people just stand by and they watch as a person is helpless and they can't do anything. Black people are tired. They're tired of this. And I'm just afraid that that tiredness is going to turn into anger and violence. And yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, but we've protested and that wasn't enough. We've spoke out about it and that wasn't enough. Even me doing this podcast is not enough. There's something that has to be done, because we can talk about it and we can cry about it and we can scream about it. But as of today's date, that has not changed one damn thing. It still happens, and it still happens to people in our family, and it still happens to people that we know, and people get away with it. A person losing their job does not equate to justice, in my opinion. Losing a job versus losing a life is like comparing oranges and apples. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know what we need to do, but I know something needs to be done. And I'm hoping that maybe this will help start a conversation, if not with the rest of the world, at least with the people that are close to me or the people that are hearing this, because it's got to start somewhere. I fear for my son's life. I fear for his life every single day because, you know, that one incident that he had, it could have turned out so much worse than that. It really could have. And it does turn out worse for other people. I watched a video, I caught part of a video. I think it was about 2.5, 3 weeks ago, where a kid was out running the police. Should he have been doing that? Definitely not. Of course it was wrong. But he got out of the car and he took off running, and they just started shooting. And it wasn't like a shoot him in the leg type thing to stop him. Like, it sounded like the mob. It sounded like the mob was out killing people. And it was just for this one kid. And it was just so crazy, because basically the message that we're sending is you can make a mistake and die for it. Yeah, it's disheartening. And I don't know what the solution is. But all I know is that right now, what we've done, what we've been doing, that ain't it, because it's not working. So I invite you to drop me a voice message. If you're a mother of a black son, or if you've been affected by any of this type of violence, hit me up and let's talk about it. We got to start the conversation, but it doesn't just need to be a conversation. There has to be a part A, a part B, a part C until we get to the end of this thing, y'all. We got to get to the end of it. And before I wrap up, I just want to share with you what I posted on Facebook. Again, I know it's not the solution, but it was my heartfelt feeling. Black people are exhausted. Black women, we're exhausted from losing our black men. Black men are exhausted from pleading for their lives. Black mothers are exhausted from grieving over their sons. Black fathers are exhausted from teaching their sons survival tactics for American streets. Black people are exhausted from excusing heinous acts until someone truly ends this destruction. Signed, a black mother of a black son. See you guys later.
Thank you for listening to Michelle's on a Mission. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. For more information and updates, make sure to check us out at Gold Crown Creations on Facebook and Instagram, or reach out to us directly at www.goldcrowncreations.org. Until next time, take care.